to the audience. I can see so many people have joined us today. So introduce yourself.
Mhm. Okay, my name's Vivian Mora. I'm from Kenya, the current Miss Global World Vision Kenya 2021. Yeah, I'm still a student taking public relations and creative advertisement. So we are here today to talk about SDG number 4, that is education. Yes.
Yeah, what are you going to tell us about education in Kenya? According to you, do you think the government has done enough in terms of education?
Okay, I can't say that the government has done enough, but they are really trying to make sure that the kids are at school, the kids are doing well, despite the coronavirus, despite the challenges that the government is facing. They're really trying to make sure that the kids are in school, they're reading, and they're getting what they're expected to get.
Yeah, sure. So if you're
Yeah.
given funds today to do something in Kenya in regards to that topic, what are you going to do?
Okay, most specifically, I'll look at the primary schools where the basic education starts from. So I can say I'll try and find out about I'll go to schools and check on the textbooks, on the curriculum activities, whatever they're doing over there. I'll try and focus on the various aspects on the education sector to be specific. Apart from just talent and books, what are they doing extra to make sure that they are getting what they have to get at school?
With the pandemic, I can see so many kids around the streets in Kenya. They're not in school because most of them say they don't have money. Parents say they lost jobs and other things. So, what is your take on that?
It hasn't been easy on every sector. Not only the parents, the students, the teachers, all the sectors were affected by the pandemic. It hasn't been easy. So we just want to urge parents to make sure that the kids are in school, despite the school fees. The teachers at this moment, they're really understanding. It's it's not that they're sending kids away from school because of school fees like it was before. They're really understanding on whatever the parents are going through. They really want to make sure that they're not suffering on their own, on their sides alone, but at least they're giving the kids whatever they deserve. So let's just make sure that the kids are in school. Don't measure on the school fees issues because at least the teachers are understanding at the moment. They have been there before. They've been affected before. When the kids were at home, they weren't getting the income they were supposed to get. So they understand at the moment. So let's just make sure that the kids are in school despite the school fees and the challenges they're facing right now.
I can see Kenya is most affected. Students are fighting in school, killing each other, burning schools, and everything. What do you think is the cause of all this?
At some point, I can say peer pressure. Okay. I really have to look on that side because I don't know what's happening to our kids. Because the last year that such an issue occurred was in 2016, I remember, when Matiang'i, His Excellency, was in power, the education minister by that time. The kids were really under pressure. So this time, I really don't know what is really affecting the kids. I can't say it's really drugs because it's boarding schools that they're being affected. So I think it's the aspect of peer pressure and the kind of movies these kids are watching while they were at home during the coronavirus. The
Mhm.
kind of activities they are interacting with while they are at home. Yeah. So this work should not be left for the parents alone. The teachers have to also look at what the kids are doing while they are in school.
Yeah, I can see people are joining. Say something to our audience before we continue.
Hi Sharon, hi Ruth, hi Terence, and everyone who has joined. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. So let's just work together and make sure that Kenya is flying high. Kenya is doing the great, is really doing great. Hi Eunice. So let's just be in this journey together until the end. Be there until November. We are going to do this in November. So Don't let me be alone. We are
So
all Kenyans.
according to, of course, this is your pillar, and right now, being is Global Vision World Kenya, you are, let me say, you are the face of the world. So this topic of education, given a chance today, you are Miss Global Vision World, your pillar is education. I want you to go to the world and do something. What are you going to do in the world right now? Where are you going to start
As
from with education?
of course, at
You have
home,
said
Kenya.
Philippines is extremely poor. Vietnam is poor. You see, so many countries, they're struggling right now. Cambodia, so many people are struggling with the literacy. What are you going to do as, not just as Miss Kenya, but as Miss Global Vision World Pillar Education 2021?
Okay, as always, home is always the best. So I'll start with my country, Kenya. Then, together with the other queens from the different countries, the Tanzania, the Zambia, the Namibia, I'll work with them to ensure that at least I have an idea of what's going on those countries concerning education. I'll try and look at what they're really trying to do in the aspect of education. How far are they in terms of the curriculum activities, the kind of system that is over in their country, and so on, so that we make sure I can't work in this alone. So I'll really need their support. I'll really need to know about their country so well. And I can only do this through their hand, through them. So that's what I'll really work on, working on with the other queens to ensure that at least I have an idea of whatever is going on in their country in terms of education.
So we are dealing with sustainable development goals right now as Miss Global Vision World. Do you think is the
Yes.
right way to go currently in the current situation?
Yes, everyone is looking at the Vision 2030, and among the Vision 2030, we have the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. So that's what we are really focusing on. And as you can see, we have only 9 years left to 2030, and it's not easy. It's not really easy. So we have to at least work extra miles, work extra hard to make sure by the time we get to 2030, at least we've done one, two, three things concerning the 17 goals that we have. And most specifically, let's look at what our kids should have in future in terms of education. We really need education to survive. In the world that we are facing today,
Let
yes,
me ask you, as Miss Kenya, we are
yes,
going to these people come November, right? And we are
yes,
dealing with 17 goals. Your pillar is
yeah.
education. By the time these girls arrive, what should you have done?
I'm planning on visiting various schools. Yeah, I've been visiting while we were in the pandemic. I visited some schools on issues concerning. There was a time there was floods in Budalangi in Busia County. So these families were forced to go and stay in some schools, and there were some places that you couldn't have even managed to reach the place without like the means of the boat and something. So these people were forced to come and stay in schools, and this affected the kids in terms of they had no place to go and read. And by that time, there was no schools because of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, I think we have connection issues again with Vivian. She's with Global Vision World Kenya 2021, and her topic today is education. I think you've heard what she has said about education and most importantly about Kenya, and I hope you're going to support her. Thank you for joining this afternoon. We'll wait if she's going to come back. We'll continue. If she's not going to make it, it's fine. So Ivy Marani, the president, Miss Global Vision World. I hope to host another queen tomorrow, and we're going to handle all the 17 topics. Until next time, see you. Thank you for joining.